Hey everyone, this is Brandon, another part in the series of this build to rent. We're now past where the cabinets are in. The last one I showed it when just the studs were in, and it was the rough electrical and rough plumbing. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I will at the end talk through the numbers when I get back to the office, but I thought I'd do a quick walkthrough of where we are in the stage of this build. We're heading in and wanted to show here I've talked about it a few times, it's starting to come together. So this is that little shop area. One of the things that we're going to do, we put these two plugs here. We left a plug right there, you can kind of see it. But then we left this open area so that if they wanted to, they could put either a refrigerator or maybe a tool chest or something there. But then also I know on this other side, we've got a 240 plug, and I'm going to promote that in the process of this build because there's a lot of tradespeople that live in this area. I was looking at the general area, and you're trying to build to appeal to that general area. And so I thought this little area here would appeal to a lot of people. You can see now we do have the flooring in. We did this flooring throughout. One of the little changes from the previous build is on this fireplace, we went all the way to the ceiling on the last one. Looked pretty, but trying to save some cost because of the retaining wall that we hadn't figured in on this. And so we did that just a little bit smaller. Still looks very nice. This is an electric fireplace. You can see here into the kitchen. One of the things that I do, I know I'm spending a little bit of money, but I've found that these little touches that I'm doing on the customization, I'm getting from market about $100, many times up to $150 more rent than the average, even amongst the average builds, because they can see some of the custom things done. You can see here, even around where the stove's gonna go, I've got this little niche here that they can put their spices in. So we buy stoves that don't have the back where the knobs are. The knobs are in the front and they have access to this. We're going to be putting tile work, backsplash, even going to do a little bit of under cabinet lighting. I do quite a few things that add to the custom look to this. You got the cedar beam. We're going to stain all of this woodwork, and then we have two shelves that will go right here that are stained to match so that it has just that real custom look. Other thing, hopefully I can show where you can see it. You can see there the vanity. I'm going to talk about that at the end of why I choose these kind of the furniture style vanities are cheaper. I've got all the tile there ready to do the tile work. One of the things I do in the closets is I do build in lots of little cubbies for them. I want them to have room for their stuff. It does appeal. They actually have had several renters notice that. The things that we're doing, I want to head over here to the primary. I do some trade ceilings. These are all 9-foot ceilings. And then you can kind of see here, it gets dark in here, but there's the other vanity. We did a little bench. And then this will be a walk-in shower. I doubt, well, you can't see into the closet, but I just wanted to show a few things, and I will go through some of the numbers on these different things that I've done to apply this. What they do, they put the flooring down first. The painters come in and do the initial painting. Then the flooring goes in, and then after that is when they're putting in the baseboards. And these cabinets, these are not custom built. These are those put together cabinets, but they're very higher quality put together cabinets. Saves me a lot of money versus custom built. I would call it kind of a Lowe's quality, or maybe slightly a step up. These are that shaker style they're in. I will put pulls on them because I want them to be taken care of. One of the things that I'll show, and it has the soft close. You can see that even on these. We even do those soft close hinges. Just gives that nicer feel. And even on the previous build that I went through, we were able to get 150 more than the market, and because they saw the custom things done to the property. So we're doing this in very similar. I just added in the. Before we get into the numbers, just wanted to share where we are in the process. I would say right now we are around 80% complete. And if you want to start at the beginning, where there is part one, I discuss what the original budget was at $230,000 to build this house, and thought we might be able to, with the retaining wall, even though that busted our budget, I did a few things to help save some money. And right now we are about $10,000 under budget, and you'll have to wait till part 5. Will we hit that $215,000? I will say it's so great to have good partnerships. My builder, and people have asked me the question, this is actually my 3rd builder, and now we've been building several in a row. He's been the right partner, but it takes a while to find that right partner in this build-to-rent model if you're going to be using a contractor. And he's helped me save money. But as we get into this, I want to go over the numbers now, but just give you an update of where we are in the process and how much we've saved so far. Now to the numbers. I would go over a few of the numbers, and as you're looking at this, and maybe you have a question, please leave a question or comment. If you've got something in the comments section, I'll be happy to answer what I can. And just looking at it, now we're into the final stretch. Looks like, rents are going to be around $2,100 to $2,200 on this property. And look forward to telling you, I probably have one more video, the final video after it's completed, that you'll be seeing here soon. Estimate we'll be finished somewhere around 30, 45 days. We should be finished and getting it out on the market here soon. But it still looks like the numbers are coming in good, and I'll talk through the final numbers at the end. But I thought I'd share a few things of the numbers now. And so with the insulation, now I do look at it in my spreadsheet. I do it cost per under roof, which was $1,670. Some people look at it as what's in the heated and cooled. On this house, it's $1,340. But the insulation this time, we did something different according to my friend the builder. There's been some change in regulation, and so now we do batting on the walls and spray foam insulation in the rafters up in the roof, which it's nice. That's where our air handler is, up in the attic. So it'll be nice to get up in the attic. It won't be hot because the spray foam's up in the rafters. But insulation ended up costing $4,400. Like I said, I'm left-handed, so this is a challenge writing. But that's what the cost was. Drywall, and that's drywall, tape, bed, and texture. It ended up costing us $7,200. Painting. So the initial painting is done, and what will happen, this is painting the exterior and the interior. He'll come back and do touch-ups at the very end. We don't even have the shiplap. You saw the island. We put shiplap around the island. So he'll have to paint that and then touch up. All the baseboards are put down after the flooring's put in, and so he'll have to come back and paint the baseboards. But painting, the cost will be $4,200 to complete the painting. Cabinets. I want to share a few things of what I do on my cabinets. As you saw in the kitchen, those white put together cabinets, that shaker style. What I was looking at in the past is in both the bathrooms, I bought separate vanities from Lowe's. And for one thing, because it's different than the white cabinets in the kitchen, having those other cabinets or other the vanities in the 2 bathrooms, that furniture style looks a lot more custom. But as I was running the numbers, the cost to get those cabinets and put on the stone countertop and then buy the sink. For the example, in the master bathroom, that double sink, the cost would have been about $600 for the cabinet, around $500 for the stone countertop, and $75 each for each of the sinks. It would have been around $1,250, but I paid $1,030 with tax included for that vanity, so it saved me a little over around $220. But not only the savings was an advantage, it also looks more custom. Same thing, there was a savings on the other bathroom's vanity versus doing the cabinets like the white cabinets. Looks a lot more higher scale and not so stock, so I did that. So the cabinets total with the vanities and the cabinets for the kitchen with the island, we spent around $5,700. Flooring. So flooring in the square footage of the heated and cooled, the flooring, this is LVP, not the thin. I can't remember the millwork size on that, but it's a middle grade type of flooring. And what we do is we pick a flooring that has some brown and some black tones in it so that it could go very universal either way and fit with any style and looks very up-to-date and modern. Our flooring ended up costing $3,200. That's roughly $238 a square foot. Next thing is trim. And what I'd shared, and you saw in the video, that we did some custom beadboard up in the trade ceiling in the kitchen. We do, a cedar beam with that vaulted ceiling in the living room to make it feel bigger versus just a straight flat roof. Doesn't cost very much more. And then all the trim work and putting up the doors, hanging all the doors, and then building out all the closets. The trim work cost me for that trim, all the trim pieces and the labor. We're spending it came out to about $6,000. Interior doors, maybe you want to know that our interior doors were $1,800. But that's kind of where we're at. We're in the final stages now. It's all the finish work. And what I try to do, reiterating, is I do put a few little custom things in this house. I know I could build it maybe $3,000-$4,000 less, maybe not quite that much, but I found that I've been able to, when I'm competing against the other houses, and there are in this subdivision some new houses that are put for rent, like my last one, I'm building the exact same house, same tile work, all the things. They chose mine and actually were willing to sign a 2-year agreement, and mine was a little bit more. They loved the custom feel to it and even made that comment, and hopefully we'll get the same thing. This should come available. I'm anticipating around March 1st we'll be closing on the 30-year note, and then the first payment won't be till 1st of April, so it'll give me at minimum 30 days. We're probably going to be done late February, but at least 30 days where we'll have no payment and be able to put this for lease here very soon. I anticipate getting it out on the market here in the next 30 days. So we're at the final pieces. We've been able to get about almost $150 more than market, just putting out those little custom things to it to make it stand out that I felt were worth it. I keep these long term. And one of the things that I always look at when I'm building them, right or wrong, I'm building them. I don't do cheap. I want to be proud of the product and proud when I'm talking to these renters. And I always look at it with my wife, and she says, build them in case we ever have to live in it. We would want to live in it. So I do a few little custom things, even a barn door going into that primary bathroom, the tile work in both the second bathroom and the full tile work with a glass door you'll see that we'll put into that primary bathroom. we just do that very nice, but it's so far it has paid off, and we're getting the rents. Like I said, we're looking at 21 to 2200. We'll see where this plays out, and I will do an update with the financials at the end once I have a lease in place and go through the numbers in detail. But the next episode, I'll show the finished product. Please look, and I'm putting it here at the end, please look at the beginning of the series and listen. I'd love for you to watch the video from the very beginning. Till next time, see you later.